morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Friday, May 3rd, 2013. The American economy continues to bump along, defying expectations. The government announced this morning that the economy had created 165,000 jobs in April. Analysts had been expecting about 135,000, and the unemployment rate dropped to 7.5% from 7.6%. Analysts had not been expecting the unemployment rate to drop at all. Also, February's numbers were revised upwards from actually March and February were revised upwards by a combined 124,000 jobs. The stock market is reacting accordingly and is beginning to move upwards as it just opened. An American military plane crashed in Central Asia this morning in Kyrgyzstan. It had taken off from Manas Air Force Base, heading somewhere, it's unknown where. The plane was apparently an aerial refueling tanker. The Air Force currently uses KC-135s, which is the military variant of the Boeing 707, which used to be Air Force One, or a DC-10. Most likely this was a DC-10 variant that did crash. Eyewitnesses say that the plane broke into three pieces when it crashed into an uninhabited area. This is a big plane. It's the second big plane to have gone down in Afghanistan. A 747-400 belonging to National Air crashed earlier in the week. The wildfire in California now has reached the Pacific Ocean. It cut a 10-mile path to the Pacific, reaching at some point early in the morning today. The fire has burned through about 8,000 acres already, forced the evacuation of a university, as well as thousands of people from hundreds of different homes, and it is now about 20 miles from the town of Malibu. According to the firefighting people, the blaze is only 10% contained. They're still dealing with Santa Ana winds, as well as a 35-mile-an-hour wind that's coming in from the coast. Some 2,000 homes are threatened at the moment, and these are very expensive homes. There was an interesting article written by Richard Banks in the Insurance Day today, quoting a gentleman from Lancashire Insurance Company, saying that strong relationships will insulate Lancashire from the competitive excesses of the controversial Aon Berkshire Hathaway quota share deal. The speaker in charge of investor relations, Johnny Craig Cohen, acknowledged that the Aon Berkshire deal will increase competitive pressure, but he said one of the things that insulates Lancashire very well against this Berkshire Hathaway Aon deal is that we're leaders in our own right on 74% of our business, or co-leaders, especially specialty business, and we built up great relationships on the core business we write. Craig Cohen pointed to the Norwegian company Statoil, which is one that turned down the Berkshire Hathaway's offer to jump ship, saying that they in fact had been a long-standing Lancashire client. And here's the million-dollar quote. Craig Cohen said, "It's absolutely down to the relationship, and we are leaders in our own right. The people who are going to be marginalized by this deal are the small players within Lloyd's. That's why they are so concerned." You combine that with what some of the Aon executives have been quoted periodically as saying, i.e. questioning what value small players in the Lloyd's market bring to the table, and you can see why there is such concern amongst this group. Wall Street Journal has a front page article today talking about the Pentagon's redesign of its biggest bunker buster bomb that they have worked on in order to make sure that it can penetrate the Iranian nuclear facility at Fordow. The Americans have shown a video of the enhanced bunker busting bomb to the Israeli military in order to get them to quiet down and not embark upon a unilateral attack against the Iranians before the Iranian presidential election. There's some hope that diplomacy might ensue following the appearance of a winner in that. Here are some interesting facts. In the video, the bomb can be seen penetrating the ground within inches of its target, followed by a large underground detonation. The newest version of what is the Pentagon's largest bomb, the conventional bomb, a 30,000-pound massive ordnance penetrator, or MOP, has adjusted fuses to maximize its burrowing power. The upgraded MOP designed for Fordow has not yet been dropped from a plane, but according to a military planner, hopefully we will never have to use it, but if we had to, it would work. Fordow is under a granite mountain. However, the changes made to this bomb reflect a close American intelligence analysis of what it would take to destroy Fordow. On the bomb itself, the detonator fuse has been adjusted specifically to withstand impact with layers of granite and steel that encase the nuclear facility. Also, the guidance system has been updated significantly. The newest version, according to American officials, has an enhanced guidance system because it's extremely important. If the Americans decide to strike Fordow, the Air Force may need to drop more than one MOP in the exact same spot to thoroughly destroy Fordow. Listen to this. The idea is to create a crater with the first strike and then send other bombs through the same hole to reach greater depths. It also said that they are very confident that this bomb will work in Iran, and they are 100% confident it would work in North Korea, which they said has less protected facilities than the Iranians. The Nestle's company has recalled frozen pizzas manufactured in Wisconsin because pieces of clear plastic had been found in some of them. The brand that they called back was California Pizza Kitchen Crispy Thin White Crust Pizza. They also then, despite the fact that they had received no complaints, called in other styles of pizza, the DiGiorno pizza, in an abundance of caution. Well, the fire in Bangladesh, the garment factory, the 8-story building, three stories of which were unapproved and built illegally, continues to attract attention. The 501st body was pulled out this morning. The finance minister of Bangladesh, Abdul Mohith, on a state visit to New Delhi this morning said that the fire presents difficulties, but I don't think it's really serious. It's an accident. The garment export industry is Bangladesh's biggest source of income. Now, this collapse on April 24th is likely the deadliest garment factory accident in world history. In the United States, back in 1911, there was a fire at the New York's Triangle Shirtwaist Factory. It killed about 146 workers, mainly all women who were working there in awful conditions. That spurred a tremendous reform in labor relations and labor safety. The hope is that the similar reaction will occur in Bangladesh now. And the Bangladeshis, to their great credit, are protesting daily and insisting that they are no longer going to be going in working in unsafe buildings under unsafe conditions. Meanwhile, the brands, I'm probably wearing them myself, most Westerners wear are produced in those same awful buildings and structures by that same type of labor. There's an inequality here, and it must be addressed, and if it means paying more for clothes, so be it. People's lives are more important than that. That's the news for today. Have a pleasant weekend. If there's any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you Monday.